This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Switch up.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Alpha.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Blue draw Corker. Show that bench release and go. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Me too.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, check nickel. Let's go. Check safety. 80 weapon. Hey, check 20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
You got it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Quarter. Bravo.
Down to lose one. Mike 55.
Look basic.
They scared.
Now Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Set. 18 Gator.
Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
Mike.
Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Get it.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 3. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, high 7.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's
Middle.
55, mark, 55. Go, go, go.
Hey, check back, check back. Black is good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Steelers.
Black 30. Easy, easy.
Pass it, pass it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, wahoo.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Their 49-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
22, 44.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Jack 16. Hey, Delta. King. Easy, easy. General West.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, just shoot.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
7, baby. Good job.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it. Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Five. 50 seconds, come on. Beat these two. I'm going to run you over. Tight dog. Deuce. Focus. Watch the edge.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The best multitasker in the business, the coach. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. This pass complete to Higgins. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Like 80.
45. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
77.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there. On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready, break. 55. Blue down, blue down. Hey, orbit.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Higgins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, Zoo.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
It leads to second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Let's go. Snickers, got to spin. Hey. Check the call,
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and
61,
10.
matchbox, light.
25-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Hey, let's get this.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Here in the middle. 55. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Ready? 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They'll always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check.
Alert. Ain't no start.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
No spacing.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
On the double.
Watching your grind. You got double up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop him.
Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
X3, 218, chopper. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Come on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 28. Sam off. Ready.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Alert, alert. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, Haywood. Get in the right room. 45 is the mic. Rip right, rip right.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm coming after you. 24. Mike, 54. Go. 55. Here we go, here we go. Kill, 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 kill. Mike, 50. World. 55. Hey, eat. Small. 50.
Roethlisberger will throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as he'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mixon with it. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slam, slam, slam.
Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Yeah, time to end it. Check 55 to Mike. Too little, cut.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards on the ground.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 6 yards away. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Let's go. Let's
They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there. Check 13. Check flash.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Check 55 to Mike. They're not ready for this.
Ready?
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got some space here. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Let's go.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And Bullock will put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see it practice. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the
30 base.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And this will be caught at the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bengals, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.